psychological study from the National Institute of Mental Health.
Just this morning, along with his longtime psychiatrist.
The circle of depression is growing wider, broader.
15% of women suffer from this disorder.
Affecting over 20 million Americans.
Changes that have occurred in the brain.
Abnormalities in the neurotransmitters.
She's got a problem, and they've got a drug.
6 million American kids take prescribed medication.
Psychiatric care.
But what if the criminal is mentally ill?
The punishment, a form of aversion therapy.
Chatting appears on the show, but I want to...
Seasonal affective disorder.
OCD.
Oppositional defiant disorder.
Schools criticized for over-prescribing.
Para onde quer que se olhe, aí está. Pensa que a psiquiatria não tem nada a ver consigo? Pense nisso de novo. Todo o campo da psiquiatria introduziu-se em cada faceta da sua vida.
They basically believe that everyone is mentally ill.
You smoke too much, it's a disease. You're too unhappy, it's a disease. You're too thin, it's a disease. You're too fat, it's a disease.
Where are these coming from? These are coming from the minds of psychiatrists that are dreaming these things up, writing papers and getting published with their names on it, creating these new diseases.
First he said that I had ADD. Then he said that I was depressed. Then he said I might be bipolar, but I don't have ADD anymore.
And he said, you know, I've been noticing you, and I wonder if you have it too.
What they decided is that both my husband and my son had a chemical imbalance that needed to be corrected with a chemical balancer.
There is not one shred of credible evidence that any respectable scientist would consider valid, demonstrating that anything that psychiatrists call mental illness are brain diseases or biochemical imbalances. It's all fraud.
There's no reliability of diagnosis, and there is no science. It's just pseudoscience. It's pretend science.
This is one of the most open secrets in all of America in the psychiatric field, that nothing is being done that's legitimate, and they're billing for it.
Os psiquiatras afirmam que mais de 1.000 milhões da população mundial está mentalmente doente. Nos últimos 30 anos, o número de pessoas a tomar drogas psiquiátricas triplicou para mais de 100 milhões de consumidores nos dias de hoje. E agora mesmo drogam 20 milhões de crianças escolares com estimulantes e antidepressivos e outras drogas psicotrópicas. Ao perguntar-lhes recentemente sobre a base científica da sua profissão, aqueles psiquiatras dispostos a serem entrevistados não ofereceram mais do que desculpas.
Psychiatric illness is not really illness.
How do you evaluate if someone is cured or sick?
Cure is certainly something we look forward to. We had no earthly idea how to accomplish.
We're not good at causes. We don't know what causes mental illness.
Mas isso não os impediu de se declararem peritos em saúde mental e tratar as pessoas contra a sua vontade. E os resultados?
This psychiatrist, man who's supposed to work to heal people, has done nothing but destroy this man's life, and in destroying his life, destroying the lives of all of his loved ones. Excuse me.
They've damaged and ruined my son, and they've trapped him in a system.
The way that they treated him and made him feel like he was worthless.
Bryant was being kept dumb and high on Ritalin so that they could make $2,500 per month.
He gave me Valium, and I got addicted to it.
It wiped out my life.
My life has been ruined. My joy has been stolen.
She was laying there. She took two gasps of air and died right there in front of me.
It is really tragic. It's awful. And it's being done for money. That's why it's being done.
Oh, it's got to be in the billions. I don't know the exact number, but it's got to be in the billions. It's just unbelievable.
This is so big that it boggles the mind.
Pegue na tragédia humana que acaba de ver e multiplique por milhões. Nas últimas 4 décadas, quase o dobro de norte-americanos morreu nos hospitais psiquiátricos do governo do que os soldados dos Estados Unidos mortos em batalha desde 1776. O governo e as companhias de seguros pagam 72 mil milhões de dólares por ano pelos serviços psiquiátricos, aumentando substancialmente o custo dos prémios de seguros médicos. E enquanto embolsa cerca de 1/3 de $1 bilhão por ano, a psiquiatria não pode mostrar uma única cura. Difícil de acreditar? É exatamente o que contam. E como lhe iremos mostrar, é como desde o princípio têm escapado. No princípio dos anos 50, os psiquiatras descobriram mais uma cura milagrosa. Uma substância química originalmente criada para matar parasitas nos porcos. O seu descobrimento dificultava as funções cerebrais de modo similar a colocar um picador de gelo na cavidade ocular. Era um tratamento antigo com um novo disfarce.
With the advent of these new tranquilizing drugs, it seems not too much to say that we're on the verge of an entirely new era in the treatment of mental illness.
Ao chamar-lhe lobotomia química, o psiquiatra canadense Heinz Lehmann descreveu a Thorazine como um comprimido fácil de tomar com o mesmo efeito que a psicocirurgia, mas sem a confusão.
Thorazine provided psychiatry with the entry into mainstream medicine. It had its magic bullet. If I'm a psychiatrist and I have to spend an hour talking to someone in psychotherapy, there's only so much I can charge for that hour. But if I can come in, give you a pill, and send you back out in 15 minutes or 10 minutes, that's a much more efficient use of my time monetarily.
O que os psiquiatras não disseram ao público foi que a Thorazine causava a condição neurológica conhecida como discinesia tardia.
And that's a neurological syndrome where you have muscle twitches, abnormal jerks, which are uncontrolled, and they either last for a long time or sometimes they're permanent. So that's very clear, very well recognized, long-term or permanent brain damage from these medications.
Mr. Blount has virtually no signs of his original illness now. The signs that the movements of his mouth are completely side effects of the drugs that he was on for 20 years. Mr. Blount is quite rational. He understands what's going on. And if you're patient, he can carry on a very rational conversation with you.
Even when you remove the drug, it may still remain. It means you have caused a permanent disabling of the brain. In the late 50s, you get the first signs of it, people starting to worry about it. But it's not until the late 70s that psychiatrists start warning their patients about it. 20 years.
O fabricante de Thorazine, a SmithKline French, tinha boas razões para ocultar as más notícias. Só no primeiro ano, a SKF teve um retorno de mais de 500% sobre o seu investimento original. Com o público e a imprensa sem conhecerem os efeitos secundários severos e incapacitantes, médicos e psiquiatras proeminentes reuniram-se em Porto Rico para assentarem as bases para difundir as drogas psiquiátricas no futuro. O psiquiatra Dr. Nathan Klein escreveu isto no relatório final da conferência.
The present breadth of drug use may be almost trivial when we compare it to the possible number of chemical substances that will be available for the control of selective aspects of man's life in the year 2000.
O Dr. Klein encabeçou um movimento que inundou com novas drogas psiquiátricas maravilhosas o mercado mundial, apoiado por uma massiva máquina publicitária que gastou centenas de milhões de dólares. A psiquiatria era agora uma indústria de narcotraficantes. Em 1970, a Associação Psiquiátrica Americana dependia tanto do dinheiro das companhias farmacêuticas que 30% da sua receita anual vinha de anúncios destas nas suas revistas oficiais.
So we had money flowing to trade organizations, we had money flowing to the doctors, and to their journals. Well, we all know that that is going to influence how they think.
The majority of National Institute of Mental Health and National Institute of Health scientists are getting more money from drug companies on the side than their tax-based salary.
Com tanto dinheiro para ser feito, tudo o que os psiquiatras necessitavam era uma teoria científica para justificá-lo. A solução? Um relatório oficial que declarava que todos os problemas mentais derivados do chamado desequilíbrio químico do cérebro requeriam drogas para corrigi-lo.
This chemical imbalance is one of the greatest fallacies ever foisted upon patients and the public. There is no chemical test to show an imbalance related to any psychiatric disease, whether it's depression, anxiety, what have you.
The chemical imbalance is for the benefit of the psychiatrist.
It has to be there so that psychiatrists can treat it.
Mas as fraudulentas teorias do desequilíbrio químico não podiam ocultar as crescentes experiências de efeitos secundários comuns e aterradores, tais como a acatesia.
Akathisia is like an extreme inner nervous agitation. People describe it as wanting to crawl out of their own skins. And this happens with great frequency, and it is absolutely, totally well understood to be associated with suicide and violence and homicide.
Após anos de relatórios desses efeitos secundários e incontáveis casos de violência, automutilação e morte, em 1991, especialistas de saúde, legisladores e o público finalmente obrigaram a FDA a ordenar uma investigação.
I know with absolute certainty that if Charles had any idea of the side effects of Prozac, he would never have taken it.
I had two sons, David Lee, age 8, Billy 16, a wife 20 years, all gone. I'll tell you why. After being on Prozac for 21 days, my wife shot and killed both of these two boys right here. She turned the gun to herself and shot herself twice.
I took the 9mm automatic, sat down on the bed and put the gun to my head. And I blew a 4-inch hole out the back of my arm instead of my head. Thank God I was a lousy shot. Had someone looked further into Prozac, steps could have been taken to avoid it.
O que se supunha que fosse uma sessão imparcial era um painel de psiquiatras que, na sua grande maioria, tinha laços financeiros com companhias farmacêuticas.
They basically couldn't find an expert, a doctor, a psychiatrist, at a leading medical school who basically in some way or another didn't have a consulting agreement, hadn't taken money from the pharmaceutical companies.
I do not find from the evidence today that there is credible evidence to support a conclusion that antidepressant drugs cause the emergence and or the intensification of suicidality and or other violent behaviors.
500 deaths, 33 murder cases, and over 20,000 adverse side effects. Would you like to tell me why this drug is still on the market?
Is there an alliance, an unholy alliance between the psychiatric community, the pharmaceutical industry, and the FDA? And the answer is yes.
Esta perigosa aliança tornou-se muito evidente em 1997, quando as companhias farmacêuticas persuadiram a FDA a permitir-lhes anunciar diretamente ao público. Com os psiquiatras a proporcionarem aprovação médica, em apenas 3 anos, a venda de drogas psiquiátricas subiu em flecha quase 2,5 vezes. Quando o número de vítimas de violência e o suicídio subiram até às nuvens, a indignação do público obrigou a FDA a publicar etiquetas com advertências sobre os antidepressivos. Mas então já haviam passado 13 anos, tinham sido feitos milhares de milhões de dólares. E os psiquiatras comercializavam as suas novas drogas milagrosas. Mais de 100 milhões da população mundial estão agora a consumir drogas psiquiátricas. Baseadas em falsa ciência e endossadas por reguladores que são pagos, os seus medicamentos prejudiciais obtêm receitas brutas de perto de 8 mil milhões de dólares por ano. E enquanto os psiquiatras encontravam uma forma de diagnosticar e drogar todas as pessoas no planeta, numa outra frente, eles continuavam o seu assalto contra as nossas liberdades mais pessoais.